Our clinic provides the Salina community with a comprehensive spectrum of services delivered with compassion and sensitivity. We strive to create a partnership with our patients that promotes health and well-being in all phases of life. We care about our patients, we care about providing quality health care services, and we care about our community. Chances are you know many of us because Maori Clinic physicians live in Salina. We are coaches for youth sports teams and leaders for Boy Scouts and 4-H. We offer time, talent, and financial support to a variety of community events and charities. Our children attend school with your children. Our families attend worship services with your families. And we are proud to call Salina home. We have a vested interest in the success of this community, and we remain committed to an independent practice model that promotes our proud heritage and philosophy to provide quality medical care centered on the relationship between each patient and the physician of their choice. You have a choice for your medical care. Choose a doctor dedicated to the pursuit of excellence in healthcare services. Choose Maori Clinic.
I never dreamed I would have heart trouble. All of a sudden, I was having trouble walking 100 yards and back. Sure enough, they did 6 bypasses. The surgery is a walk in the park. The healing takes many, many walks in the park. There's 2 Q's in life. There's quantity and there's quality. And without quality, quantity is totally unimportant. Now I have a quality of life that I hadn't had for about 7 or 8 years. I got to know what a terrific operation this Salina Regional is. The staff here is phenomenal. I would put them up against any staff I've ever met. The huge difference is the people. The people really care about people. It's an oasis in the desert is what Salina Regional really is.
The friendly staff at Salina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Clinic, located at 523 South Santa Fe, are always welcoming new patients to serve in the areas of sports medicine, total joint care, and more. You can contact the office at 785-823-7213 or toll free at 1-866-406-4141.
Welcome everybody to Salina Access TV Friday Night Football week number 9. Wow. Last game of the regular season, last game of district. And this is an important game, Charles.
It is very important. Especially with the winner getting a home game, that's always important.
And that gives you a leg up to having that first playoff game at home with the home crowd. And usually it means you're bringing in a lower seeded team to play. If you go on the road, you're going to get up against a higher seeded team.
Yeah. So that's all the more you want to win this one.
It is, especially when, and there's a lot of kids on South team that did not play last year on Friday. So getting that first game at home under their belt, if they would win and go on to week number 2 of the playoffs, is very important.
Yes, it is. But the good thing is, you know you're going.
You know you're going, that's correct. Both teams qualify. The winner wins the district, it gets a home game. The other comes in as runner-up and goes on the road. It's kind of stopped raining. It's drizzling right now. According to the radar at the Weather Channel, this should eventually stop, but it's chilly.
Yeah.
We're dressed appropriately for it.
Yeah.
And we expect a real good game. Now, before the game, we were down talking to coaches, and I don't expect anything different offensively from both teams, except that the Great Bend coach, and I can't remember his name now, I think it's Tony.
You know him, Stu.
Tony Grow, I think.
Yeah, that sounds just about right, because I think you already knew him, Stu. It is Tony Crow.
Tony told both Charles and I, because there's no way we can match up with the Hosses on the other side of that field.
But I don't always believe everything that we're told.
No, but he is right. They are a smaller team. Their team is built on speed, especially on defense, speed and aggressiveness, and we'll talk about that in a second.
But do you think you went with the boys? I don't think we're going to be able to match up with them. No.
Well, no, I wouldn't say, hey guys, these guys are bigger than us. We can't match up pound for pound with them.
No, he could go in there and say we're going to use our speed against them.
Right.
But I don't think he's going to say that. I think he's going to say we're going to go out there and take these boys out, flat out.
He said they're going to throw the ball. They're going to throw the ball. This weather conditions was not going to stop that. South, they want to run, but they will mix it. And it's going to depend upon what this stack 3 defense, which is 3 linemen, 3 linebackers, and they bring another guy in. And so they actually are attacking the line of scrimmage with 7 players, which only leaves 5 back in other words, if you can get past that first 7, you're going to get some running room.
Yeah, but it's probably going to be getting past that front 7. But once you do, what we say?
Well, this is a light team. I went down and looked through their size. They don't really have a whole lot of size. They don't have the size we have. They just don't. And there's no getting around that. But it's like the old saying, it's not the size of dog in the fight, it's the size of fighting the dog.
Oh, that's right.
So here we go. He kicked it high and deep, all the way back to about the 8-yard line. Oh, you got to see him.
Oh!
He's going to get up all the way almost
that
to
was
the,
a good run back.
Yeah, up to the 48-yard line, looks like.
Making the stop for the Cougars is number 15, Dylan Becker.
Well, for being, Great Bend's only about an hour, 15, hour and 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
They sure didn't travel very well.
No.
We might have more kids in our student section than they've got.
Well, we don't have the usual South crowd neither.
Nope, there's the first handoff. He's going to be tackled for a loss or just back to the line of scrimmage.
Helmet.
Someone lost their helmet. And now he's got to go to the sideline for a play. Now it's not raining like it was when we first got here, especially when I got here right after 5. But the field is wet, which means that ball is going to get wet.
Yeah, which means slippery.
Slippery. Ball control is going to be very important.
Man in motion. He's rolling out.
He's looking to throw it.
Deep pass. He's got a man. Oh.
Oh, hit him in the hands.
He should have caught that.
Receiver number 9.
I don't know why that defensive back kind of stood behind him.
I don't either.
Why didn't he attack a little bit?
I didn't see it unless the wide receiver did a stop real quick and the defensive back.
But he was right there with him when the ball was
He did not respond very well. No, he didn't. But the other thing is, you can't give that man that much time to throw the ball. That was too much time. Now, we'll share what Coach Sellers said they're going to do on defense after this play.
He had way
too much time. He's going to get tackled. Maybe a yard loss or so, but
it's still way too much time.
Way too much time. And they're going to have to do something about that. But what Coach Seller said, that what Great Bend's offense does, they turn to the sidelines.
And see those guys
and they have these signs. They hold up a sign to signal
right
the play.
There, see it?
And as soon as they do, the defense is going to change. To try to blow that call that they're changing into. Bit of a line drive, and that was a smart thing to do. Ball's wet, field's wet, get away from it. It's going to roll down to about the 10. Be about a 42-yard punt. Only went about 30 yards and get the rest on a bounce, but right now in this kind of conditions, better safe than sorry. Well, we're going to see what South's going to do against this.
Wow.
He's not going to get much.
If any.
Ball carrier number 43.
Might have made it back to the line. Maybe he got a couple of yards.
And they actually shifted to their right, which was the direction South was going.
Yeah.
So what South's quarterback needs to be able to do is go in the other direction.
It's a handoff again. He's got a few yards.
Yeah, he does. He's still on his feet. He's going to be short of a first down. Maybe a couple yards short. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 from there. Official timeout. I couldn't see what was going on.
I didn't see it neither.
Might have been a chin strap or a mouth guard that had to be reattached. He's changing the play.
Kept it. First
quarterback
down.
keeper. Now, he changed it. They shifted to the left this time.
Yeah.
And when they shifted to the left, the quarterback, Mr. Yarowitz, because the fullback looked up to listen to see what he said. He changed it and kept it around to the weak side of the defense. Now this is what I was expecting. A lot of this quick passing to the wide receiver. But he can't run laterally. He's got to
run at an angle if he's going to do anything.
He's got to go north and south and get his yardage. He's going to pick up 2 yards. He needs to get a little more than that.
Yeah, he does.
And don't worry about making the big play. Just get yards.
D'Angelo, there he goes.
There he goes. Yep, over the 40. It's going to be a first down.
Ball carrier number 3, D'Angelo.
I'm trying to watch this defense. So I can see if there's a rhyme and reason why they jump to one side or the other. But this, like I said, we said before, this is a attacking defense. And sometimes you can get those big seams like he just got right there. Fullback. He's still on his feet.
They're in for a long night if they don't stop that run, Stu.
Yeah. And see, that's the problem about the option. When you've got a fullback who can run, you've got a quarterback who can run, and you've got 2 different tailbacks who can run with the ball. Again, they went to the fullback, but this time they were a little prepared for it. The wind's picking up a little bit right now. Trying to blow the umbrella out of my hand. But they've got the ball on Great Bend's side of the 50. So we could very well be in 4-down territory. Although I saw some movement, did you?
I did see some movement, but
okay, he's going to carry it down inside the 40 to the
2 or 3
39.
yards, but he picked up about 3.
Picked up about 3. It's going to be second and a long 5. They need to get the ball right at about the 34-yard line, or just inside the 34-yard line, it looks like. There's that quick throw. Quick dancing and run. They've got to get that ball and just go with it.
So what do you do here, Stu? Do you punt it, or do you go ahead and try and get this first down?
Well, they're going to go for it.
That's the best call, I think.
I do too.
39-yard line.
It's a pass.
Oh, hit him right in the hands there.
And that would have been a first down, too.
And that went right through Dylan's hands. And he had enough for a first down.
Becker don't usually let too many of them.
No. And that tells you the ball is slick. And hands can be a little cold, too. All right, now they're signaling with the signs the play.
39-yard line.
All right, the defense just changed up. The defense just changed. He's running, and he's going to be caught. Cole Calvert. He's going to get maybe a yard.
That was Justin Sullivan that he caught him, right?
If not, he would have got another 5 or 6 yards downfield.
Second down, 9, 40-yard line.
Now they're rushing a little bit more. And they did a quick pass of their own, but that's what you do. You just take it and go north and south with it.
He said they were going to pass the ball. They ain't hesitating either.
No, they've been in shotgun formation just about every snap.
Third down 4, 45-yard line.
They're changing the play. Defense is changing up as well. They're going too deep. Going to be a flag. You're going to, yep, illegal procedure. Yep, on this end, the wide receiver on this end was leaning.
That's a killer. That's a killer when it's 3rd and 5.
Yep. And it was a short 5. It wasn't a long 5.
That's a killer.
Now you got 3rd and a long 9. And South still in the too deep defense. And all their wide receivers, no, they brought one of the safety up now. And they're dropping back off the line. It was a quarterback keep. Oh, no, it was.
It's a run play.
Yeah. I thought the quarterback had kept it. They tried to get a little sneaky. They got a few yards up to about the 44.
I know you don't hold on to the ball here. This is definitely punt territory.
Oh, this is punt territory. You're at the ball, your 44-yard line. Especially since
you're gonna try something slick early in the game.
And that's why South's staying in their base defense, really. They do not have their return team out there. They're in their base D. They're just going to let it bounce. Considering that South started the first series on their own 10, it took it down to about the 40-yard line of Great Bend. And it wasn't for a drop pass, would have had another first down.
And normally you could have passed that ball to Becker, and he catches it. Looks like they're giving D'Angelo a little more playing time tonight.
First and 10 South.
They might be trying to run Sam more on defense. Now was that?
Ball carrier number 34.
Yep, that was Damaj Smith. And he's going to pick up
Making the stop.
about 5 yards. You love that as a coach when you can get that much yards.
Oh yeah, first down.
Yeah, out of your fullback even.
Yeah.
Gain of 5 on the play. Second down 5, 24-yard line.
All right, they're shifting again.
Oh, it's
Fumble.
on the ground.
Fumble on the
Great
play.
Ben's got it.
I couldn't see that pitch. Was it a good pitch or?
It was I don't think it was all that bad of a pitch.
Recovery for the Panthers. Number 26, Sam.
And that's where in this weather you got to be careful. In this weather you got to be careful with those pitches.
Yeah.
They got to be good. You got to see the ball all the way into your hands and not be trying to look up and see where the defenders are. He would have got some yardage on that play too.
First and 10, Green Men. The ball is being Salina South, 22-yard line.
Oh, he slipped and fell. Tackled by the turf.
3-11, Cal Marshall.
Is that a loss of a couple of yards?
Yep, all the way back to the,
Best defense you can
25.
have, ain't it?
yep.
The ground.
That goes down as a team tackle, right?
That's it.
I've seen conditions where you seem to have more team tackles than you had regular people tackles
Down 13, ball at the 25-yard line.
because the surface was just so wet and slick. Oh, that was,
it's
oh, it's
on
a
the
fumble.
ground.
South got it.
You know what? And if South would have lost that ball, there would have been several people you could blame because there's no reason for them to try and pick the ball up. No reason for them to try and pick the ball up rather than fall on it.
Well, and they just had golden opportunity, had the ball deep in South's territory.
Oh, he's got Becker out there, and he catches it.
And he's on his feet still. He's still on his feet.
Oh,
he's gonna be
that's
tackled.
Marcotte.
That's Marcotte.
That's Marcotte.
Down inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah. Looks like a 1-5. That's a 1-8 all day.
We just had bass drums go flying. I don't know what happened because they're on stands. Sam Corona, he's still on his feet. He's still driving. They're going to mark him down to about the 5-yard line. Well, when we get a bit of a timeout, we're going to talk about something we talked to Coach Sellers about, and that's the current freshman and 8th grade classes.
There you go.
Should be there.
Oh.
Pass incomplete. Intended receiver number 18.
It was open. Just a little bit through, just a little bit to the outside.
Yeah.
And see, that's what, when you get a slick ball, it'll come out of the quarterback's hand. Not always very true. It can slip, it can slide. That's why you see a lot of the pro quarterbacks now wear a glove on rainy conditions to throw the ball.
I heard them talking, though. They're wondering if they shouldn't discontinue that glove.
There's a handoff. He's still fighting. He's still fighting.
Still going.
He's still fighting. He's going to be marked down to the 2-yard line. All right, you got 4th down. What are you going to do?
I go for it.
I'm not kicking.
I'm not neither. I'm going for
I
it.
don't see number 40 running on the field, do you?
No. I'm going for it.
Yep, they're bringing in the big fullback, the freshman. They might be running a 2-powered lead. They are. They got the 2 fullbacks side by side in front of Sam Corona. He's going to be tackled short.
Fumble.
All the way back to the 6-yard line. I don't mind going for it. I just think they could have done a better play. Because Great Bend was all pitched in the middle. There, the option would have worked. To the wide side of the field. Great Bend was sold out to stop everything up the middle. I think the option would have worked on that play. What do you think, Charles?
Yeah, it would have.
Anything quick to the outside would have worked.
Now the defense has got to stand tall.
Yeah, that is blew a scoring opportunity. He's going to get a yard, maybe 2.
2 yards, maybe.
Did you see the linebacker that was blitzed on the far side?
Yeah, I did. Coming in from the outside.
They've got 3 down. They've got 3 down linemen for South, but they've been regularly off and on, and I'm not say regularly, but off and on blitzing a linebacker as their 4th rusher. Especially since they're in Oh, they're going to be tackled all the way back to about the 2. I think it's going to be just a little over the 2-yard line. That's a loss of about 5 yards or more.
Wow. That's a big time.
Yeah, down inside the 3. They got great penetration on that side, which pushed it back. All right, that's the end of the first quarter. And we're sitting at a score of
0-0.
Zilch to zilch.
And both of them have had the ball in the red zone and couldn't do anything with it.
Well, in tennis, it would be love, love.
Yeah.
I just don't feel the love. We don't score any points. Well, I do know this one thing. When I get home, I'm firing up the hot water for some chocolate. Give me some hot chocolate. I think it's a 2-pouch night. Well, if we didn't have the...
At the end of a half inning, it's the Royals 1 and the Mets 0.
Ooh, scored 1 in the top of the first. Okay, well, we were talking to Sam about the number of large, and I mean big, athletic kids that the freshmen and the 8th grade team has. And we have 2 freshmen who are on this varsity squad. You won't fight them on the...
He's back to pass. And he passes.
Oh, very well defended.
Good
Very well
defense.
defended. And whoever was catching up to him from behind, he was in the end zone running sideways. And if another step, he might have had a sack and a safety. But this freshman in 8th grade class is loaded with big athletic kids. And the only reason the freshman team has not had a better year is they've had a number of key injuries to their what you call your skill positions. Well, when you get up in the varsity, you don't have to worry about that. You got 2 or 3 years worth of classes worth to fill. Ooh, that was high.
Oh, and it's a lousy
terrible. He's going to get a decent bounce out of it, and that's going to be it, right at the 45-yard line. All right, South's got to now put this in the end zone.
They do got to put it in.
Yeah, has it stopped spitting?
Still spit.
Well, I don't have the hat on like Charles does, with that awful symbol on it.
What was that? What is it?
It's the
Well, come on now, Stu.
it's the one of the symbols of the Government Motors Corporation.
First and 10, Cougars ball at the Great Bend 45-yard line.
Oh, he did hand it off to him. I thought he
Yeah.
had kept it. Oh, I thought he had kept it, and because I thought he was looking back towards.
If he'd have kept it, he'd had daylight.
He had daylight and a half. And I can tell you right now, Justin Ebert, the offensive coordinator, and Sam, since that happened right in front of them, saw that.
Right.
And here's what you do. You can have a tight end on this side, delay, then go out.
Need a 4 on the play, second down. 6.
So if there is one person in front of the quarterback, all he's got to do is throw it to the tight end, and guess what? You should have a score. Here's the option.
Oh, and is that a
But he
first
kept
down?
it. But he kept it.
He's got a first down.
Well, folks, if you're at home and worried about you were to find a place to sit, you could have got up into the reserve seating with the backs to rest against, because it's open everywhere. Man in motion again. Oh,
Go! Go!
there should be a flag for a horse collar.
There's no flag. That was a good run by D'Angelo.
He got him on the back side of the jersey though. We got a marker
got
way
a
back
flag,
at the line of scrimmage. I'm afraid that's going to be called back. Holding.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's a spot foul, which is right at about the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be first and 20.
Wow, you don't need that.
No, you just took a long
After,
play.
Yeah. And he cut that corner good.
All right, let's see what they do with the ball now.
First down 21, the ball at the 44-yard.
Oh, they were missing their fullback. Well, that kind of helps. He's looking to throw it. Touchdown.
Oh, touchdown! That's Becker.
Touchdown!
That makes up for that miss early in the first
Becker.
quarter.
That's what I'm saying. Ebert, he put that right on the money there.
Yes, he did. He did. Mr. Yarowitz put it right there, and Becker slowed down just briefly, and Mr. Avila Castro is back from the concussion, and the kick is good. So, with 10:02 left to go in the second quarter, we got a score Salina South 7, Great Bend 0, and we've got a young man down for Salina South. But as I was saying a little bit ago, we have 2 freshman kids on the varsity squad. And due to Kansas State High School Activity Association, or KSHSAA, you're only allowed so many quarters a week. The freshmen are limited in how much varsity they can play if they play a whole game of varsity during the week. But when the freshman season ends before the varsity season does, that means maybe in the last game or going to playoffs, those freshmen can get more playing time. And all you're doing is preparing for next year.
Well, that ain't even though. What's the one you saw in the bathroom? That was a pretty big kid.
Number 88. It's the Mitchell kid. And if that name rings a bell, his older brother, Ethan Mitchell, graduated a couple years ago and is playing at Pitt State, although he had offers and even offered to walk on at K-State. He more than likely would have been given scholarships if he hadn't blown out his ACL the very first game his senior year down at Derby. Found out from Coach Sellers that he redshirted his freshman year, so he is a redshirt freshman for Pitt State. But he got down there, saw the class facilities that Pitt has, and as I was telling Sam, well, that's what you get when you win 2 national championships. All of a sudden, alumni start pulling money into your program, and you've got a couple of Pitt State kids that have played in the NFL. So here's a kick again, deep. Ooh, what ran him all the way back to the 10. He's not going to get what he did last time. He'll get up over the 25, and that's about it.
Making the stop for the Cougars, number 29, Tanner Perret.
All right, let's see if South can throttle them down. I don't even think they've even got a first down yet, have they?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that's not going to be much. That was a running play out of the shotgun formation.
Carrier number 11, Scal Marshall. Making the stop for the Cougars, number 60, Joey Solomon. Gain of yards, second down 9. 27-yard line.
Do they got a TV or something over there?
No, they set up a tent behind the.
They do got a TV.
They do?
Yeah.
Are they watching the Royals game or something?
No, this game.
But also, I saw them set up their training and first aid stuff under there as well. So we have a timeout on the field.
So they got a camera somewhere on the field.
Great Bend has called their first timeout of the first half at 9:24. And they have a second down and 10. And so far, this so potent offense that Great Bend has had, because Great Bend just moved the ball and scored 58 points on Central, have not been able to move the ball against South. And it might be a combination of two things.
The weather,
and two, what Coach Sellers has been talking to Charles and I about all year is that maybe finally this team is starting to grow in confidence with themselves. He said he's never had to deal with this before, the team that just doesn't have confidence in themselves. He said they could really be a good team if they would show that confidence. Oh, terrible
he got
throw.
hit as soon as he passed.
Yeah, and then he got put on his derriere, introduced to the carpet, as my dad would say.
Quickly. Almost
My
seemed
dad
like
would
there
say
was no blocking there.
My dad would say rudely introduced to the carpet.
Third down 9, 27-yard line.
But they blitzed 2 extra guys, so they had 5 rushing. He's looking to throw again. He's getting rushed. Oh, he got a man wide open.
Oh, why did we just push at him?
He got him out at the 32-yard line. But how he got behind is what I want to know.
Number 33, Andrew Morse. Making the stop for the Cougars is number 22, Cole Alfred.
All right, folks, I brought my hood up, but it's not waterproof, so I'm still going to use the umbrella combined with the hood.
Handoff.
Run play.
Breaking it. Now they're just letting them move the ball down the field.
Now a little pep has entered him on the Great Bend side of the field.
Yeah, a little bit of fire, I'd say.
And that was just a defense mistake by the defensive backfield of South. They let the man get behind him, way behind him.
Yeah.
Yep, they're going to call it on South. Instead of watching the ball, he listened to the snap count.
5-yard penalty. First down.
Who was it on?
The defensive end on this side.
First and 10 Panthers, ball at the 19-yard line.
Quarterback sneak, or quick quarterback keeper, sorry about that.
He's going to roll down, twist, and spin down to about the 12-yard line.
Good run.
Making a stop for the Cougars.
They pick up about 7 yards there, Stu, huh?
Yeah, he did, about 7 or 8 yards. They're going to give him 7. Now, the other thing about it, once the uniforms get wet, they get slick. And these are slick uniforms to begin with.
Second down 4.
And they're designed to be that way.
Ball at the 13-yard line.
Quarterback keeper. And
He
I
ain't
think
going nowhere.
no. And I think the way they designed these uniforms to get wet, to get slicker, is like trying to grab Teflon.
Just slide off.
You just slide right off.
Third down 4. 13-yard line.
Oh, they go off again.
Ah!
He did it again.
That was number 4, DJ Ware.
And that's from not watching the ball.
Encroachment. Defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And that's a first down. And I'm
They
telling you,
helped him this.
as a defensive coordinator, that just gets your goat right there.
First and goal for the Panthers. Ball at the 7-yard line.
You don't want to give them yardage. You want to make them earn it. Touchdown. He broke the initial tackle. There was no one there to follow up.
Panthers.
So they come right back down, score right after South scores.
Yep. Well, that's the mark of a good team.
7 yards.
But it did that
I wouldn't say
defensive lapse.
that in this case. The defense has let down. You don't let a man get way behind
Right.
you
And you don't give him a first down on a 5-yard penalty when the ball
2
hasn't.
times.
Yeah. Kick's good. So with 7:01 to go in the second quarter, we got a score. Salina South 7, Great Bend 7. Now let's see what South does. But I get that defense over in the sideline. And I talked to them about what's the number 1 rule? Watch the ball. And defensive backs, what's the number 1 rule? You let no one behind you. Both number 1 rules were broken on that drive.
Yeah. When you let a man get behind you, and as far as he was behind him.
Yep. It's just misting now what it's doing, and it's just, which probably doesn't even show up on the radar,
No.
and it's blowing in from the east. All right. This will be the first kickoff that Great Bend has, because the game started with South kicking off to Great Bend. So let's see how they plan the kickoff to South. Most teams don't kick deep. No, it's a pooch. Nice cutback. Gonna get up over the 30 to 32, 33 yard line.
Kickoff return by number 29, Tanner Perret.
All right, you got 6:54,
Number 19, Jose Batres.
3 timeouts, plenty of time to go put a score on the board.
First and 10 for the Cougars. Ball at their own 33-yard line.
This is a straight handoff. The Sam Corona's going to take it over the 35. Looks about the 38-yard line, pick up about 5 yards.
43, Sam Corona. Making the stop for the Panthers. Number 10, Jensen.
Gonna mark it just short of the 38.
26, Sam Witt.
What do you do right now, Stu? Run it again?
Run it again. He just picked up 5 yards.
8 of 5, second down 5, 38-yard line.
How did I know?
Oh, intercepted. Got tipped, and it's intercepted, and he's going to score. He's going to score. He got tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Why did I know they were going to pass? That's why I asked you that. You should have run the ball. I just knew that they were going to pass.
Well, he was doing a quick short pass over the middle. And if that's the play that's called, the offensive line is always taught to chop the blocks and take the defensive line down, so you could throw it. Remember?
Yeah.
And that didn't happen.
No.
So yeah, questionable play call there. And it kicked something good. Well, 6:10 on the clock. You got to score at Great Bend. 14, Salina South 7. Well, on the last offensive drive for Hayes and the offensive drive for South, it's South mistakes that's done it.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to beat yourself.
And that's what they're doing right now.
And that's what they're doing right now. They've got the good hands team in. These are all backs, defensive back, offensive backs.
Yeah.
You've got 8 guys right up front. Then you got 3 deep. And a bit of a triangle. And if they're going to do this pooch, I think that's why.
But they don't want to. If they pooch it up there in that first, those guys are all can run with it.
They all can. Yeah, they all are. They're all backs.
38, Danny Fruco.
Another pooch again. He's going to get up over the 30. Back up to 32-yard line.
So let's try this again, huh, Stu?
If they're going to do that, bring that up guy up more and give him 2 more guys to block in front of him.
Taking off return by number 29, Tanner Perret. Making the stop for the Panthers is number 27, Mason Yellowwood. First and 10 for the Cougars, ball at their own 32-yard line.
All right, see what South does. They got plenty of time on the clock.
Please stop. You can't stop like that.
Nope, you can't. And we got a South kid down. Oh, he's getting up. It was DeModge.
You see how he hesitates? He runs with a burst. He needs to continue with that.
Yep. He got up to the 36-yard line, pick up a 4.
Gain of 4 on the play, second down 6, 36-yard line.
No, they really need to score.
Yeah, they do.
Tie this game up.
Yep, they do. It's going to be incomplete, out of bounds. He waited too late to throw it and threw it too much to the outside. He threw it to his tight end, who's 6'5".
That's open, though.
It's open. He's got to throw it sooner and let his man use his height and body to keep the guy away, go up and get the ball, and give him a chance to do something with it afterwards. There's a execution mistake right there.
Third down 6, 36-yard line.
Do just a little curl pattern, and he's going to be down inside the 45 of Great Bend. They had 2 wide receivers. The outside wide receiver went straight down the field. The inside did a bit of a slant or a curl to the inside, which was Marcotte, and then he was able, after the catch, carry the ball further on down the field for more yardage.
First and 10, Cougars ball at the Great Bend 43-yard line.
There's the pitch. Is that D'Angelo?
Yeah, that is
I think so it was.
Carrier number 3, D'Angelo Turner.
He's going to be marked down, looks like
Mark
about
real
inside,
close to that first down, I would think.
right at the 35-yard line.
Making a stop for the Panthers.
I think he's going to be short about a couple of yards there. Yep, 2 yards short. I'm watching this defensive line, they jump a little bit. So I bet if they would change their snap count and go to a bit of a staggered they might get one of their own 5-yard penalties. Oh,
Go,
nice.
Go.
That's going to be a first down.
And he drug him too a little bit.
Yep.
Ball carrier number 3, D'Angelo Turner.
Down to just short of the 30.
Making a stop for the Panthers.
And D'Angelo was our player of the week last week. And when I saw him in person, he's bigger than what I thought he was.
Yeah.
I thought he was a little slighter than that. He's not. He's got some muscle on him.
30-yard line.
Fullback.
That was a delay handoff to the fullback and
Look at
still
him.
running. And still running.
If he would have run this way though instead of this way, you know,
Yeah, but it's a first down.
it is.
Stop for the Panthers.
But you know, you can tell that here this coming from a running back now. But we're running this to the angle of it where we could have just pow.
13 on the play. First
I remember the old announcer said he was rumbling and bumbling down the field.
That's right.
And it was a delay handoff to the fullback too. They handed off to him again.
carrier number 34, Demoz Smith.
Nothing there on that one.
No. He might even be hurt.
No, I think there's just too many people piled on top of him.
No, he's coming out.
Making a stop for the Panthers, number 55, it's Jared Bannon. That's number 66, Alex.
I think they were calling for him. No, he took his helmet off and got to the sidelines.
Down 10, 17-yard line.
Here's where you need to use that 6'5" tight end.
Good block.
He's not going to get much because if he had thrown it sooner, he's got to get the ball out to him sooner. There was a good 4 to 5 yard gap between the wide receiver and the defensive back.
D'Angelo Turner made a good block that time. He stepped up in there, and now we got Demoz Smith coming back in.
Well, he picked up 4 yards. If he had got it to him sooner, he would have picked up more yardage.
Third down 6, 18-yard line.
Oh, now we got one of them on them. Yep, 5 yard penalty on them. I told you that that defensive line has been kind of jumping a little bit.
Yeah.
And if you went with a staggered count, in other words, change up your count. Don't keep going on 1 or 2. Give a
So
hard
what is it?
1,
Third
and
about
now
2?
you got
Third down and a long yard.
3rd and 1
9-yard line.
instead of 3rd and 6. Quarterback keeper,
Good.
he made people miss. He's going to be down
Carrier
close.
number 12,
I think he's going to be down about the 2 yard line.
That was a good keeper there. Good decision.
And he did a hop step back to the inside and make a guy miss.
This, yeah.
And it was right on angle with us so we could see it perfectly.
First and goal, Cougars.
All right, you got 1st and goal.
D'Angelo. No, it looks like
Touchdown.
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 Guy on this side didn't signal.
Cougars.
Far side did.
He's still down though.
Is that him who's down? Or somebody else?
Yeah, that's him. No, that's number 34.
It's DeModge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's DeModge Smith. He came out of a play about 3 or 4 plays earlier. He's got to come out because they had to come onto the field for him.
2-yard touchdown run by number 3, D'Angelo.
So if he's on the extra point attempt, someone has to take his place, but I don't think that he is. He's taking his helm off again. So Mr. Villacastro is on for the extra point. Now South did what they had to do. They marched the ball down the field and scored.
Whoa.
Oh, bad snap.
Extra point attempt is no good.
Bad snap. So with a minute and 39 seconds left to go on the clock, you got a score of Great Bend 14, South 13. And Mr. Villacastro didn't even get a chance to kick the ball. Snap was high.
You know, Great Bend isn't really beating South.
No, South is beating South.
Yeah.
And I believe Coach Sellers would wholeheartedly agree with you.
I would say tonight, D'Angelo Turner's running with a little bit different poise. Like, I don't know if he got a boost out of being the MVP last week or what, but I could see him blocking a little bit harder, a few other things.
Well, you got a minute 39. There'll be somewhat of a return, so I'll take time off, and they've got 2 timeouts. Unless we make a mistake and let someone get behind us again, we should be able to go into the halftime down a point.
Or we should be or if we can get the ball back.
Line drive kick down inside
Fumble.
the 10.
Hit him.
Got him. But too much yardage from where they got hit.
Yeah.
They're hitting high instead of tackling low and taking the guy's legs out.
Making a stop for the Cougars, number 2, Justin Sullivan.
South's back down again to their 3 down linemen.
1st and 10 at Great Bend. Ball at their own 31-yard line.
A turnover here would be nice, wouldn't it?
That's what we need. Quarterback.
Got him. And we're missing tackles. Missing tackles, and it's again, we're shooting ourselves in the foot, but you just
They
can't.
figured out something that's opening up their running game against South right now because they continues to run that same play up the middle.
And this quarterback can run. He's a good running quarterback, but they can't miss tackles on him.
Oh, he fumbled it.
But this time I saw the middle linebacker starting to shoot. Well, right now they're kind of running 4 linebackers, but one of them was shooting up the middle. That's going to be a loss of about 3 yards. 2nd down 13. Clock running.
Loss of 4, 2nd down 14, ball at the 49.
He's looking to throw
Pass.
it. Well, he overthrew everybody.
Pass incomplete. Intended receiver number 4, Thomas Bobbitt.
That's good and bad. Good thing it's incomplete. Bad, it stops the clock.
They got a couple more plays too.
I'd like to see him throw an interception right about here.
And us dancing on in.
Have our lone pick 6.
That's right.
3rd down 14.
Give some of that charity that we've given to them, give it back. He's back to pass. No, he's gonna run.
And he's not going to get
mad.
nowhere.
He's mad at the line.
He's only going to pick up a couple of yards, yeah. Now it's 4th down and long. What do you do?
And on the tackle for the Cougars, number 31, and then
Got the ball right, just
19 seconds on
a little
the
over
clock.
the 50-yard line.
I'd throw it to the end zone.
You don't have to. All you got to do is throw it,
Get a
just
first down.
pass down, because they have to.
It's 9. You got to throw it to the end zone right now. The clock's running.
Yeah, it is. There's going. Now, why did Coach Crow do that? He let it go down to 2 seconds.
Timeout. Great Ben. Their second of the half.
I know why. So that if it fails, there's no time on the clock for South to do anything. So then I'm too deep. I'm too deep. Right?
You know what's going to happen.
Too deep. Some trick play like the hook and ladder. I haven't seen that run right in years.
No.
But that's an old schoolyard play. Yeah, by all accounts, this should be a, if not 13-7, 20-7.
Yeah.
Not that pick 6. Yeah, the points they got on the board have got because of South mistakes.
Right.
Complete innings. It's the Royals 3, the Mets 2. Fourth down, 13 for the Panthers, ball at midfield.
He caught it.
Yeah, you did.
Pass complete to number 22.
And that's all it's going to be. It's just going to be a catch. Because we're going to go into the halftime with Great Bend 14, Salina South 13, and we'll see you at the Maori Clinic halftime show.
Picture this. Pen pinched in a fingertip grip pressed poignantly upon a page. Inscription initiates. Emotion, knowledge, bounties of thoughts locked into eloquent waves of font, but that's not all we've got. When words escape from the page, poetic prose is froze this way, composed this way, exposed this way. Matter of fact, we need a TV episode just to show this way. Better yet, let's commence a season of 6 with the local station's aid that will supply opportunities key. Local, community, expression, access television, you and me TV.
Kason Granzilla.
Welcome to Maori Clinic halftime show. We're sitting at a score of Great Bend 14, South 13, and if you've been watching, you know that Charles and I both agree that the 14 points Great Bend has on the board is because courtesy of South.
That's it. South's giving them points, and we can't, and making mistakes. They should be at 14-14, even at the lowest, and they got a high snap on the extra point, and we don't get the extra point.
In actuality, we should be sitting at 21-0.
That's the true statement.
That's the truth, because we gave up, made a couple of mistakes on defense and allowed them to score. And then in the very next series, in the second play, threw a pick 6 that I think it got tipped at the line of scrimmage by the defensive line. And again, just crushable play calling too there. But we don't know what was called, and we don't know if he audibled or not.
That's right, we don't. And then that other part is you never let a man get so far out in front of you as a defensive back, get behind you that far and try to recover.
Yeah, that was 4 to 5 yard gap difference between them. And they caught him and forced him out, but it was a long pickup. And then we had 2 5-yard penalties called on us. And the second one giving a first down inside the 10.
Yeah.
And then a couple missed tackles on the touchdown run. So yeah, things got to be cleaned up for South. They need to start executing better. Do like they did like last week against Newton. But I'm afraid that, and if I know Coach Sellers, that's what he's talking about. Guys, we clean it up, we win this game.
That's right. And they could easily win the game.
I think so too. The size difference will start to wear and tear on the smaller team as we get into the fourth quarter. And the field conditions are still not the best. It's a mist, constant mist. It's blowing out the east, and so you have to deal with it as a player and as a coach.
That's right. That's right.
All right, folks, we thank you for watching the Maori Clinic halftime show. Again, score right now is Salina South is sitting at 13 points, Great Bend 14, and we'll see you at the start of the second half. Welcome to the second half of Salina Access TV Friday Night Football, week number 9, last game of this regular season, also last game of district. With the winner of this game having a home game next week and the loser going on the road. And we're sitting at a score of Salina South down by 1 point, 13-14 to Great Bend. And if you were there for our Maori Clinic halftime show, it was a combination of mistakes by Salina South. I wonder why he blew the whistle, lest it went out of bounds.
What?
I don't know why he blew the whistle. He didn't take a knee, did he? I didn't see him take a knee, did you, Charles?
I didn't, but he must have.
Or an inadvertent whistle. You know, whatever, we're gonna start at the 15-yard line.
First and 10 for the Cougars, ball at their own 15-yard line.
They've started worse than that, so they need to move the ball down the field and go put this in the end zone. Just a straight handoff on a stretch play.
Ball carrier number 43,
Sam's going to get up over the 20.
Making a stop for the Panthers, number 26, Sam Whitty.
Pick up of about 7 yards on the play. That's what you want to see on a first down play.
Gain of 7 on the play, second down 3. 22-yard line.
Just a quick throw. I think he's going to have enough for the first down, though.
Pass complete to number 15, Dylan Becker. Making the stop for the Panthers is number 5.
They're going to mark him a little short. They're going to mark him just about the length of football short.
Gain of 3 yards on the play, 3rd and inches. Ball just short of the 25-yard line.
Just did a quarterback sneak.
Ball carrier number 12,
And he didn't get it, folks. He did not get it. Did he fumble the ball and fall on it?
Yeah. Wow, I didn't see that. Still,
He actually lost about a foot back.
On the play that brings up 4th down for the Cougars in punt formation number 82, Jacob Foster.
Nice line drive kick. Going to be marked down at the 26-yard line.
Penalty marker on the field.
I don't see the flag.
It's over there.
Oh, it is. You might have holding. And if it's after the punt, it'll be marked off against Great Bend. If it was before the punt, it'd be a first down for us.
Holding, return team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Whoa.
Yeah, it takes it all the way to the 16.
Now this defense has got to stand tall.
Now that's flipping the field.
Yeah.
First and 10, Great Bend, ball at their own 16-yard line.
Defense has definitely got to stand tall.
All right, South is changing their defense up.
Quarterback's keeping it.
Ball carrier number 7, Jacob Murray.
Okay, he got about
Making a stop for the Cougars.
5 yards on the play, though. Somebody's got to stay home on this backside. Just for that very
reason.
option in that play.
Second down 4, ball at the 22-yard line.
Quarterback keeper
Quarterback again, and he goes nowhere.
Absolutely nowhere.
7, Jacob Murray.
He's going to get a yard.
Making the stop for the Cougars, number 48, Corey Heichelman. Gain of a yard, third down 4, 23-yard line.
Wow, that wind
All right.
is strong.
Yep, South defense needs to hold right here.
Yeah, they do. On third. And stop that quarterback because he's taking off.
Yep. They're blitzing the linebackers.
Good one.
Pass incomplete.
He had so far out in front because of the defender that even the wide receiver who tried to dive for it could barely get a hand on it.
Yeah, that.
And they blitzed 2 linebackers, so they had 5 guys coming in, so he had to make a decision right away to do something with that ball.
I'd watch the fake.
Fourth down for the Panthers and punt formation number 7, Jacob Murray.
It should be a good pump, but I'd still watch for the fake.
Yep. Well, they've got their defense on. They don't have the return team on. It's a defense. And he told them to get away from it, which is a smart move. They're going to get the ball at, looks like, just over the 38-yard line, short of the 39. Now, considering where they started with their first series, that's an improvement of over 20 yards on field position.
And that's what you're playing for when you're like this.
Now, let's get the kinks out and let's get the execution going and get this offense rolling and get the ball in the end zone.
And then get this 2-point conversion.
39-yard line.
Come on, dude.
Is that Sam?
No, that's D'Angelo.
That's D'Angelo. I couldn't see a number.
Number 3, D'Angelo Turner.
He's going to trip over the 45. About a 7-8 yard carry. They're going to give him 7 yards.
I'm telling you, he's running with a different demeanor tonight than he normally runs.
Gain of 7 on the play, second down 3, 46-yard line.
Running with a little
Got him. Got him.
Would you say running with a little nastiness now?
Yes, I would. They got him. Encroachment.
Defense.
And that's going to be first down.
First down.
That's an easy first down.
Well, and that goes back to what I said in the first half. That front 7, this is aggressive attacking defense, and they've been, I would say, kind of hitching a little bit on snap counts. That makes you susceptible. If you're quick to jump, that makes you susceptible to.
Now we got enough. We did it. Tight end moved.
Prior to snap. False start.
Number 61.
5-yard penalty. First down.
Number
That's
61.
not. That's the tackle.
Oh, I couldn't. Yeah, the tackle.
It's the right left tackle.
That was him. He just took that little bit of
First
a.
down 15, 46-yard line.
All right, he's going to have to catch and carry up to down inside the 45.
Making the stop for the Panthers is number 15, Nick Reed.
All right, you went from first down and 15 to a
Gain of 11, second and 4.
Second and 4.
Good one. Good one.
He's still
Good
running.
one.
He's going to be down inside the 30.
Ball carrier number 12.
That was a good play. Good play.
Well, if you're going to keep slanting your linebackers and attacking the middle of the field, you got to hurt them on the outside and over the top. That's the way you make them pay for that.
Gain of 15 on the play. First and 10 Cougars, 27-yard line.
He's looking to throw it. Now he's keeping it.
That was a busted play, and he got 5 yards
Yeah.
out of it.
I don't know. I think he was looking to throw.
Thank you, Hutch.
But there was some pressure, nobody open, and he did the right thing.
Took
Tuck
off.
and run. And what you get now is you get
Gain of 6 on the play. Second down.
a second down and 4. All right,
He didn't get nowhere.
this time one of their blitzers got in there,
Ball carrier number
and what he's got to do is he's got to make a decision, either
Soda.
quicker or you do the right thing.
Stop for the Panthers, number 32.
But he did what he.
Held on the ball
Yeah.
instead of trying to make a pitch while being hit.
That's right. Which could have been a disaster.
Right, that's where the center and the guard have got to talk about who's getting who.
Come on, Sam. Uh-oh.
He's going to be down
Got
inside the
first
15.
down.
Pass complete to number 18.
He's going to mark it down to the 11-yard line.
Mark Todd.
Again, something quick to the outside.
And the stop for the Panthers is number 4, Thomas Bobbitt. Gain of 10 on the play. First and 10 Cougars, 11-yard line.
The delay handoff to Sam
Come on,
Corona
Sam.
running back.
Come on,
He's
Sam.
going to score. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
He ran that in, too, didn't he?
11-yard
Did
carry.
a big spin move on the end of it, too, to top it all off.
Cut back, came back against the grain.
Yeah.
Made some people miss.
Those are good techniques.
Did a
of running
pirouette.
back.
Spin into the back and into the end zone.
11-yard touchdown run, number 43, Sam Corona.
He's looking to go for 2.
Oh.
Overthrown. But it was there.
Conversion is no good.
With 5:05 to go on the clock, you got to score Salina South 19 and Great Bend 14.
That was a good shot, though.
It was. Now, South Keys keep pitching shutout on the defensive end,
And could score again.
and they need to score multiple times.
Right. They do.
Now, here's what separates good teams from great teams. You've got the lead back. Great teams then stick the dagger in.
That's right. Keep pounding. Pound away.
You don't let another good team back into the game.
That's right.
So let's see how South and their defense responds. And they've got to watch out for this run quarterback. And folks, I move my clipboard because I don't have a plastic one, high tech like Charles. I've got one of those press boards one. Here's the kickoff. Crossfield down at about the 15. And he's going to be tackled right about the 30-yard line, it looks like. So I don't know who their quarterback is, remember, from their number. But this kid is a really good running quarterback. And if I see the name, I'll kind of remember it from the...
Jacob Murray.
Great Bend takes over first and 10.
Jacob Murray.
I can't see the number. No, I don't remember.
Jacob Murray, it's number 7.
Number 7.
Ball carrier number 7, Jacob Murray.
Charles had it right. He's only going to get a 2-yard.
Stop for the Cougars, number 2.
A 1-yard.
Sullivan.
No, they're going to mark him 2-yard gain. But this kid,
8 up 2, second down 8.
he can throw and run. Now, he's not great at throwing. He's a better running quarterback than he is.
And that's his main game, is the run.
Yes,
so
it is.
they need to stop him. Uh-oh.
That went to the back, and he's going to carry it up to the
Ball carrier number 22, Ramses Lopez.
37. It'll be 3rd down and 3 from there.
So now you got to be stout right now.
You can't miss tackles. Keep your head up and don't miss tackles.
37-yard line.
Force them into a punt. All right, they're changing the play. They're changing the play. Defense is changing. And they gave it to the up-back, and he's got a 1st down.
Ball carrier number 22, Ramses
Now,
Lopez.
this is the thing I don't like about the 3-down linemen.
Making the stop for the Cougars is number 4.
You've got 3-down linemen against 5-down linemen on the offense. I prefer to see 4.
8 of 7 on the play, 1st and 10, Panthers, 44-yard line.
Unless you have some really good, tough linebackers who can take on offensive linemen and beat them. All right, the defense is changing play too.
He's running.
He cut back inside the block. He's going to carry it up to over the 50.
Ball carrier number 7, Jacob Murray.
He loves to run.
Making the stop for the Cougars is number 22, Cole Calvert.
Well, you know, quarterbacks have their strengths. They also have their things they like to do, as any athlete does.
There you go. Oh, you do not miss that.
Got him still.
You do not miss. He had the perfect sack.
Yep.
Making the stop for the Cougars, number 22, Cole Calvert.
But there, he was tackled, still tackled for a loss. Instead of a big one, it's going to be a smaller one. But it's still a loss. We could use another loss right here, too.
Loss of 2 on the play, 3rd down 5, 39-yard line.
He's alone in a shotgun formation, so they need to watch him running. Wide open, wide open. And I saw the guy who gave him up, and I don't know why he gave him up. There was no one else for him to go to.
Making the stop for the Cougars, number 30, Justin Allen.
And he gave him up and let him go.
They had him.
They had him. That's another defensive mistake by South. I mean, he had him for about 20 yards down the field and then just let him go.
Yeah.
8 of 29 on the play, 1st and 10. Panthers ball at the South 22-yard line.
All right. Offense is changing their plays, so is the defense. Hit them up, man, and he's not going to get anything. No gain on the play. And I don't know if I just wouldn't put a spy on Mr. number 7.
Yeah.
8 of 1 on the play, 2nd down 9.
Because number 7 can run with the ball.
And that's what he's going to do. He will roll out.
He's doing it right now. And they gave him the inside. They gave him the outside. The linebacker came up, had a wrong angle. Instead of trying to get to the outside, he was trying to cut in to make a tackle. And Jacob, with his speed, got around him. He's got to get out wide and make him turn back to the inside.
They already know. South knows what they're saying. You know what we're going to do, but you can't stop it.
And that was a wrong angle taken by the linebacker coming up on that play.
3rd and 1, the 14-yard line.
Anyway, quarterback sneak.
Carrier number 7, Jacob Murray.
It's going to be close, I think. Saying 4th down.
No gain on the play.
And he's not a big kid.
4th down inches. 13-yard line.
Watch him pop, try to pop something to the outside. Are you going to do a quarterback sneak again? Oh yeah, now this.
The whole line moved.
Yeah, but the quarterback moved. He moved under center, and he can't do that. You see him take a step?
Try to snap. False start. Offense.
Whoa.
Did you see his foot take a step?
Yeah.
All right, he was trying to get the ball and go, and the center didn't snap it. Once he's under center and he made that move,
they got us stand tall.
So now you got 4th and 6.
This is a big 4th down.
Now you got to watch for him to throw it or keep it.
That's right, either one. That gave him a little more, opened up his options right there.
It did. But that will be the end of the 3rd quarter with a score of Salina South 19, Great Bend 14. Well, you blitz some linebackers on this play, not give them any time to throw.
I would.
But I would keep one linebacker back with one job. You go where he goes.
Yeah.
You look at his numbers. You don't look anywhere else but his numbers. Because we're always taught, where the abdomen goes, the rest of the body has to follow. All the fakes and all the shimmies, you do what you want. But where the abdomen goes, the rest of the body has to follow. Don't watch head fakes, ball fakes. Well, it was so wet today here that the South Band came out in street clothes.
Yeah.
Because those uniforms have to be dry cleaned. And parents don't want to have to keep paying for dry cleans throughout the year.
Starting the 4th quarter, Panthers have a 4th down and 5.
4th and 5.
17-yard line.
He's looking to throw it. It was caught.
Wide open.
And nobody went with him. Nobody went with him. There was a blown coverage. And again, that's communication by your defensive backs.
Now this is the first time that I would say that they just straight marched the ball, showed what their offense was, and it's not something that South has given them. Quarterback.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Panther.
But you can't let someone run down when you're inside the red zone open like that. That's a miscommunication.
Yeah.
1-yard touchdown run. Number 7.
And again, it's going back to mental errors by South's defense. It's got Great Bend the lead and it's kept them in the game. They're going to go for 2 because they're up only by 1 point. They want to make it a 3-point ball game. He's rolling out.
He's rolling.
Touchdown.
Two-point conversion is good. The two-point conversion in number 7.
Well, the defender out here allowed himself to get tied up by the wide receiver and did not get outside and break the block and be able to make a play. And because of it, he blocked a guy coming out, his own defender trying to come out and make a play. He got in his way and impeded his way. So now with 11:34 to go in the fourth quarter, you got a score of Great Bend 22, South 19. And it comes down to people just making plays.
That it does.
They didn't
Wow.
do that. The defense did not do that on that series.
Well, they would hold them. They held them for 3 downs, and then gave up the big play.
Yeah, and that one came down to just lack of communication.
Now the offense has got to come back and show what they're made of.
Now, we were talking to Coach Sellers before the game. This time last year, we knew if South won, where they would play, and if Central won, where they would play. But this year we don't. There's a whole, if South wins, there's a whole bunch of variables out there. There's another pooch kick again. Let it go out of bounds. Penalty.
35.
35-yard line.
Kickoff out of bounds. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
All right, South needs to take the ball down and score.
First and 10 for the Cougars, 35-yard line.
To the
Good one.
To the wide receiver, to the inside of the
Good
slot.
one.
It's going to be down all the way inside the 15.
Pass complete to number 18, Jacob Marshall.
He was the slot receiver and just went in on that slant towards the middle of the field. They had the outside somewhat covered, but he was open too, but not as open as Jacob was. And you take it from the 35
Gain of 52 on the play.
all the way down to the 13.
Great Bend, 13-yard line. Ball carrier number 3, D'Angelo.
Turner's going to take it down. Turner's going to take it down to about the 11, pickup of 2.
Making a stop for the Panthers, number 19, Jose Baptist. That's number 66, Alex Dice. Gain of 2 on the play, second down 8, 11-yard line.
So late movement by the defense. Caught.
Caught. Broke loose.
Touchdown.
Marcotte.
Touchdown, Cougars!
That Marcotte.
3 plays. They went 65 yards in 3 plays. I would say the offense has got the kinks out. The defense has got to get the kinks out now.
11-yard touchdown reception. 18, Jacob.
I thought so.
And they're going to kick it.
Was Marcotte got a couple of touchdowns?
I believe so.
Good.
Kick is up and good.
Extra point good by number 40.
So it's a 10:36 on the clock.
4-point lead.
You got to score. Slide South 26. Great Bend 22. Now this is where your senior leaders on the defense have to get the team together. Say, come on guys, this is where we stop.
We
We hold
gotta
them
do
now.
it right now.
We do it right now. We hold right now. Give the offense back the ball so they can score again. Because if South can hold, get the ball back and score, that would put them up by 11 points. Alrighty. Now, he's been kicking this deep, but he's been kicking it across field. He's lined up over by the far hash. And what he's been doing, he's been kicking it across on an angle. In other words, you're pinning that return to that kind of side of the field. This time he went for a pooch. Caught it about the 25-yard line. Ooh, nice hit.
A couple of missed tackles before that, though.
Yep.
Now here's where the defense has really got to stand tall. They've got to get in there and stand like they want to win this game.
Yeah, we need to force either a punt or a turnover.
First and 10, great man, 37-yard line.
Quarterback keeper.
Quarterback.
Missed tackle again. Missed tackle.
Ball carrier number 7.
And that's what happens when you drop your head. He came in low, which I don't have a problem with, but when you drop your head, it allows the running back to, or the ball carrier, to make a move on you, and you can't adjust to it because you got your head down. You can't see it.
First and 10, Panthers, ball at the South 43-yard line.
We're not staying home with the linebackers. They got him this time.
Ball carrier number 7, Jacob Murray.
Now this time we're bringing our linebackers up and into it like they do with their stack 3.
No gain on the play, second down 10, 43-yard line.
All right, no gain on the play.
Watch number 4. Number 4.
Missed tackle.
I just said.
Missed tackle.
Touchdown, Panther.
You got to do something with this defense. This defense is not doing it right now.
Because
so you
we
need
got
to
an outside corner, and we're rushing him in when he needs to stay with the man.
Yeah, and that was a poor call on the defense.
I mean, I could see that just as plain as day.
The guy he came off, they threw to. You call that try to catch him by surprise, but you can't do that with this offense. Kick something good with 9:34 to go on the clock. You got a score of Great Bend 29, South 26. And they're talking to one of the senior defensive backs,
DJ Weir,
who was supposed to have came up and that was the man he was supposed to cover, and he didn't do it.
Because he tried to go in and rush the quarterback.
I don't know if it's him or he was the safety who was supposed to come up and take over coverage of the man who was going in rushing.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? So either he rushed when he wasn't supposed to, or he was the man who's supposed to come up and take over coverage, and he didn't do it. Again, these are mental mistakes. That if you want to contend for a state title, you can't do that. You cannot do that. And the way this game's going, it's whoever has the ball last is going to score and win the game. And the South wants to really make a statement they need to hold them on defense and score on offense. Another pooch again. He's going to get up over the 30, right at the 30. That's the best thing to do. Just go get what you can. That's what he did. He made the first man miss. He wasn't going to make the second one miss.
They ain't passed to the tight end all night. They usually go to the tight end a few times.
They tried on a 2-point conversion and it failed because he overthrew him.
Right.
And then they had one over here to the sidelines. He got the ball, but it was way out of bounds
30-yard line.
because he held on to it and waited to throw it too late. Now he was better off.
He's tipped through that hole.
Yeah, he's got to hit it hard, or he's got to pitch it. But you're kind of limited when you run that play to the short side of the field.
Yeah, you are.
You really want to have room where you can stretch it out.
2 on the play, second down, 8, 32-yard line.
He broke one tackle and another one. He's going to be marked out of bounds up short of the 50 or right at the 50.
First down.
Number 15, Dylan Becker.
Going to mark him out at about the 49-yard line. Yeah, you can pass effectively on this defense.
Yeah.
But we've been able to run on it too.
Oh!
Intercepted. He looked at him all the way, did not set his feet, and threw back across the field. And because there was nothing on it, he had him open. And that's a bad mistake by the senior quarterback. And Sam's talking to him right now. All right, the defensive really have got to step up. Because if they don't, their playoff game's going to be on the road.
Yeah.
Quarterback. He's going to get a couple yards. Well, I think that's 3 turnovers to 1. I believe it's 3 to 1 or 4 to 1. And these are mistakes you cannot make. Quarterback keeper again. They got him this time. They're going to throw him for a loss.
Ball carrier number 7, Jacob Murray, making his stop for the Cougars is number 31.
There are 2 downs. They got to hold him.
Well, if it's 4th and long, you punt. Try to pin South deep in the field. I mean, get them down deep on their end of the field. But that's all dependent on if you hold them here and forcing them into a. All right, they changed up the defense.
Pass!
Underneath guy, he's got a first down.
Number 4. It's number 4, right?
Yeah, and he stayed, and no one went, and everyone took off, and he stayed and kind of just hung out in the flat, and no one stayed with him.
We know that this guy is catching the ball. We know that that's his favorite receiver. What? Maybe you could tell me, Stu. What are we?
Well, that's where the defensive coaches have got to make the right call, and they've got to tell people, because we're supposed to be a man-to-man with these wide receivers.
He's running.
Yeah, but that's too much.
Jacob Murray.
That's 7 yards. And
For the Cougars is number 1. Logan.
and when you're only rushing 3 down linemen, that hurts you. And we've given up the corner far too many times. All right, changing up the defense again.
7 on the play, 2nd down 3. Ball at the 29-yard line.
All right. Hand it off to him. And he's going to be dropped for a loss.
Ball carrier number 11, Cal Marshall.
They call timeout.
They gotta watch the slot back.
Number 74, Anthony Moreno.
So they gotta watch the slot back and they gotta watch the quarterback on this play here, Stu.
They do. Timeout, Great Bend.
Timeout. Great Bend. Their first of the half.
You getting a baseball score? Well, I've got to say, Charles, I think this is a closer game than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it wouldn't be a blowout, but I figured South's size and athleticism would win out in the end.
You would think.
And it still might.
Field in the track area for the district championship presentation.
But there are just too many mental mistakes on defense by South has hurt them. And then a couple of turnovers, interceptions, one tip ball, and the other one just poorly thrown on a ball that should not have been thrown.
Big 3rd down. They're going to have to hold them on this 3rd down and 3.
Got
Good
him.
one.
Got him for a loss, too. And he gets up a little gingerly, too. Cole tackled him low and hard, and it was a clean shot, but it was a hard shot. And he's got his hands on his knees. He's hurting.
Watch number 4 in the slot, because that's his favorite receiver.
Fourth down 7, 33-yard line.
Go
Intercepted.
on! Go! Yes!
He's going to be out of bounds.
Pass intercepted.
He got rushed.
They needed that.
He got rushed, and then he threw the ball that he shouldn't have thrown.
Yeah.
And he hung it up in the air, and the defender made a nice play. And that was DJ Weir, I believe. So South gets the ball at the 50-yard line. They got 4:53 on the clock. Plenty of time. They got all 3 timeouts. He's in shotgun formation. He handed off to the man in motion.
Ball carrier number
5-3.
5-3.
Stop for the Panthers, number 55.
1 inning.
Jared Maneth.
1 inning was it, Charles? Fifth.
That's a long time.
With the Royals, 1 inning's a long time.
We are, that's, no, half of an inning.
Ball at the Great Bend 47-yard line.
He's under center this time.
Hands
Straight
off.
handoff. Nice running carry by D'Angelo down to the 35-yard line. He's running with a determination that we've not seen.
Right, all year. He's not running.
And they're not saying that all year he has not ran hard.
No.
He's taking the next step. He stepped his game up a bit, which is fine because Sam plays linebacker too.
Yeah.
And that allows Sam to play more on the linebacker side, which helps us, makes us a better athletic team on the defense. That's the Maj. And he really didn't get a block early on like he should have. He broke one tackle, but by the time he broke it, help came. He got a yard on the play.
A tough yard.
8 of 1, second down 9, 34-yard line.
He's still running. Be down to about the 30.
Ball carrier number 3, James Lou Turner. Taking the stop for the Panthers, number 19, Jose Sanchez.
I still think we need to get the ball to the outside. Either a quick throw or the option. Quick pitch, whatever. Get the ball to the outside quick.
Down 5, 30-yard line.
Look how many people they got there in the middle, between tackle and tackle. And see, they tried to go on an angle off tackle. Why are you still trying to go when they're jamming it up the middle? Why are you not trying to jump it to the outside when you've had so much production on the outside, Charles? I don't understand that. You know he's got to do now. He's got to throw the ball.
8 of 2 on the play, 4th down 3, 28-yard line.
Well, he's got to take off running.
Incomplete. He looked at him all the way and he was closely guarded. Now I'm going to put this on the coaches. I'm putting that right there on the coaches. For 3 run plays, flag. But it's post. But it was after the play, so it's not going to mean a first down for South. If it's against Great Bend, it's just going to move Great Bend now to South. That's going against us. And we had a number of those last week that Sam said really got him upset. And it's people running their mouths. All right, we got to force another turnover. We got to get the ball back. We got to get the ball back and quick. I don't see him throwing it. I'm seeing this right here.
Oh, running.
Yep.
He's going to keep it.
Yep. I don't see them throwing the ball. Why take the chance?
No.
Okay, we just broke 2 minutes.
5, second down 5, 48-yard line.
Keeper.
Got him.
Now call timeout. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Making the stop for the Cougars is number 60, Joey Sullivan.
All right, tackling him back to the 45. That's a loss.
Timeout. Slide set. Their first and back.
So how far of a field goal can Mr. Castro kick?
They said he's good from 40, 45. That's the 30, 35-yard line. And we have no wind tonight. It's dead. Well, we have a slight breeze, but that's really, and it's coming in actually from the east. Every now and then we get a gust, and that's about it.
This defense has got to stand tall right now.
We need another loss. We need another play and a loss it down. Call a timeout again.
Because they're going to kick it then.
They'll force it into a punt.
They've got to watch number 4. That's their favorite. He's looking for him.
Pass complete to number 11, Cal Marshall.
Salina South, their second of the half.
Somebody messed up, and Chris Barkley, the defensive coordinator, was really upset about somebody. Somebody blew something. Matter of fact, he's not even walking out right now to talk to the team. Or the defensive back coach might be the one who was really upset and not talking to the team. And that's probably a good idea. Let him stay on the sidelines with his emotions. Walk in there, be calm, say, guys, do your job. You know what your job is, do your job. You got a 4th down and 3. You got 1:25 on the clock, ball on your side of the 50.
Big 4th down.
Yeah, I kick
This is called the game 4th down.
I do a pooch kick.
This is the game 4th down.
Yeah, they're changing up their defense now. Yeah, he's going to pooch it. He's going to pooch it.
Don't mess with it. Somebody needs to
Mark
go
down at the 18. All right, South's defense held him. Forced him into a punt.
You got 1 minute, 18 seconds on the clock.
And 1 timeout. Now remember, clock stops on 1st downs. And if we can do quick throws and get our guys out of out of bounds, stop the clock. I'm gonna do a lot of rollouts with telling Jacob Yarowitz, the quarterback for South, if no one's there, you run and get out of bounds. If you can't get a 1st down, you get out of bounds. Empty backfield. He had to throw it because the ball was dribbled on the ground to him. They blitzed their outside guys, and they came in untouched. So that means to counter that, you got to keep running back in to block.
Block, yeah.
Now the good thing is that stopped the clock.
That is a good thing. And you didn't take the 5 seconds off the clock.
But we know with our pass offense, we can go get long plays out of our pass offense. Oh, if he would have turned and angled up more, he would have had a 1st down and stopped out of bounds. All right, now, Coach Sellers told me last week that he and Justin Ebert both call the offensive plays. It's a combination of the two.
Got him.
Up to the 49-yard line.
First and 10, Cougars, 39-yard line.
Start the clock.
Oh.
No, incomplete. He had time, but instead of stepping and throwing like he did, he just threw an arm throw. He did not really step and throw like he should have because he had him open.
Yeah, he had him open.
And it would have been enough for a first and stop the clock. Jacob's got to calm down, remember his mechanics, his fundamentals, and just throw the ball like he's capable of throwing the ball. That's going to be up over the 45 and out of bounds. We can keep doing this. He's only knocking off about 5-6 seconds of play.
Right.
8 of 7 on the play, 3rd down 3, 46-yard line.
Get out of bounds.
He did. First
He's
down.
out of bounds. And now be down inside the 50. Looks like about the 46-yard line.
What got to get to for that field goal?
He told me he's good from 40 to 45 yards. But you don't want a field goal.
I know you don't.
You want to score
but
a touchdown.
You want to be within that range.
Yes. Because then you could send it into overtime.
Right.
A quick throw. Out of bounds. You got a nice block out here. Jumped over the would-be tackler. He's down inside the 45, and again, out of bounds, stops the clock. Which means you're saving that timeout that you have left. That was a pickup of 5 yards.
Come on, Cougars.
Official timeout.
That side is not as good side. When he rolls out to that side.
Oh, but if he just would have ran.
Yeah.
He had room to run. Third down and 5. You're okay. Incompletion stops the clock. But still, he got the ball to Coach Cheever. Coach Cheever just didn't catch it.
Yeah.
Here again, that underneath pass. They're calling officials timeout because it's going to be close to the first, if not a first down. It's a first down. You got to get right up on the ball, get ready to go. You got 24 seconds on the clock. And he downs the ball to stop it. All right.
I don't know if I wouldn't have went up top with that real quick.
That's just why I didn't ask you, not about last play, but this play. Take a shot up over the top?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're playing too deep. Well, right now they got a 1 deep, one kind of in the, about 10 yards off, and his safety about 15. Oh, it's a hook and ladder type thing. They called the timeout. They had to. That did not work. For it to work, your wide receiver needs to take a slant to the inside to pull the defender that way with him, which they did not do.
They got to go to the end zone one time.
Whatever you do, you've got to be able to do it to get, if it's a first down,
You got to be up on the
the
ball.
ball, and spike the ball to get your special teams on it to kick the field goal if you don't score the touchdown. Try one shot towards the end zone.
Yep.
Great Ben's calling timeout.
Timeout. Great Ben.
All right. To get in field goal range, to be safe, I would say you need at least another 10 yards. Anything more than that would just be added.
But you got no timeouts. It's all got to happen quick.
Got to be real quick.
So either you're going to have to roll out and get him in field goal range and let him be.
Do
go
that
out of bounds.
rollout where the wide receiver goes deep, goes past the first down marker, then turns around and you throw right to him. Then you get up and spike the ball. All right, this time he's got a back with him in the backfield. Now he rolled him out.
Get out of bounds.
Out of bounds. 7 seconds on the clock.
And he got a first down. Boy,
At the
the
20.
clock is not their friend.
That would be a 37-yard field goal. I'm doing a quick slant out of bounds, 5-8 yards down the field.
Can he kick one? He should be able to kick one from
He should be
there.
able to kick one from there. All right, here comes the field goal team.
There he is.
And the sophomore, Fernando Villa Castro.
So how do they play the overtime?
I think it's from the 10. Like it was back in our day when they started it. From the 10-yard line. He's going to mark it at about the, looks like 28. So it'll be a 38-yard field goal. Great Ben's going to call a timeout, their final timeout.
Timeout. Great Ben.
They're trying to, quote unquote, ice the kicker. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. I think most times it doesn't work.
Huh?
I think most times it doesn't work.
No.
I've heard kickers say that it gives them time to catch their breath, slow down, relax, gives them time to go through their mental picture of step, step, kick, and ball going through the uprights. But if you're Great Ben and you had a timeout to burn, which they did, you burn it.
Yeah. The game's over anyway. I mean, the quarter is over anyway.
Yeah, you can't carry them into extra overtime. Excuse me. I think it gives you one timeout. No good. Great Bend will win the game.
30-yard field goal attempt is no good. Final score, Great Bend 29, Salina South
Well, folks,
26.
Great Bend came in and beat Salina South. They are a good team, but I can tell you right now,
South beat themselves.
South
up.
beat themselves. And they know it.
There's 14 points on the board for Great Bend that there's no way.
But then there was also questionable coaching calls too. And we will see you at the post-game Most Valuable Player presentation and interview with Coach Sellers.
The Scene of Salina at SalinaTV.org.
Oh, let's work it now.
The Scene of Salina at SalinaTV.org.
The Scene of Salina at
SalinaTV.org.
We're going like a little
The Scene of Salina at SalinaTV.org. Did you get it?
Welcome to the Remax Advantage Weekly MVP Award Show. And this week's winner is Jacob Marcotte. Jacob, you had a good game in a loss.
Yeah, it was a big game, and it's tough that we came out on the wrong side of it, but I'm proud of how our team fought.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that the score indicates that you never gave up, and you guys, it looked like you guys were out there fighting the whole time.
Yeah, we definitely were fighting the whole time. We just kept shooting ourselves in the foot and ended up to that.
Yeah, that's a sad loss, but we like to award you with the weekly MVP award, and we will be right back with a roundup of tonight's game and Coach Sellers. Welcome to the postgame show. I'm here with Coach Sam Sellers. Coach, that's a tough loss.
Tough pill to swallow tonight. That and great. It's always tough when you don't feel you played great, and Great Bend's a good team, and you got to give them a little bit of credit because their kids came through and got it done when they needed to, and so hats off to them. But it was a tough one tonight.
Yeah, and Coach, I'm just me watching from the stands. It may be just a different aspect, but I really don't think that Great Bend beat South. I think that South kind of beat themselves. If you take the 14 points off the board, I mean, the one time the defense let the one man get back behind them, I mean, you pull 14 points off the game, you win the game.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of breakdowns tonight, and that's kind of been our Achilles heel all year, and I love this group of kids that we have. They're great kids. They're very talented. They work very hard. They try very hard. I mean, that was a devastating locker room after the game. For some reason, we just all year just haven't been able to get past making. You're going to make mistakes in a game,
yeah.
but we're good for about 10 or 15 a game, and they always seem to be at the absolute wrong time, and we just simple mistakes that we're making that we've worked on and practice, and the kids know, and then all of a sudden play great snap after snap, and all of a sudden they just kind of go somewhere, and the other team makes a play. And again, it's we can say that we shot ourselves in the foot and we lost that game, and rather than Great Bend won it, but that's kind of discrediting Great Bend. They've got a nice team and did some good things this year, and they got the W tonight.
Yeah, they did get the W, but one good thing is you're still in the playoffs, so you will be playing next week.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I told the kids after the game is, like I said, they were devastated, but I said here is my fear is now from here on out it's lose and go home, and every game is it's a little bit overkill but fatal. I mean, it's you lose and you're done for the year, and this is a group that still has aspirations to go to a state championship game. And, the fear is getting over this loss real fast because, here now that we're in the playoffs, it's going to be a big-time opponent, and how it's more mental than physical now. It's how can you get over this, look to next week and say, hey, let's make a run, let's put everything behind us and let's go do it.
So basically they need to rebound, get ready for next week, for the challenge that's ahead of them to continue on this road to the state championship.
Yeah, and you talk all the time that you want to get to the playoffs, and it's kind of sports cliche, but you can't do anything unless you get to the dance. And once you get in the dance, you throw all the cards on the table and see what happens. And you see teams all the time. They get that first win of the playoffs and all of a sudden catch fire and get hot. It's all about getting hot at the right time. And it's a tough pill to swallow tonight. But like I said, you got to get over it real fast because we're gonna have a huge one next week.
And Coach, in looking at the good things, you guys was never out of it. I mean, even at the end, we're kicking a field goal with an opportunity to tie the game. So you was never out of the game. So they do have some positives to take away from this game.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I love about this team is that they don't ever say die, and they've proven that a couple times, and tonight, I think they proved it again. We just came up a little bit short at the end there, and the entire sideline, even when things weren't going our way in the fourth quarter, you didn't feel any, oh no, this isn't looking good for us. They fought till the very end, and unfortunately just made too many mistakes before that time of the game that we came up just short.
So I'd like to thank you, Coach Sellers, and wish you lots of luck next week.
Well, thanks, Charles.
Mowry Clinic provides the Salina community with a comprehensive spectrum of services delivered with compassion and sensitivity. We strive to create a partnership with our patients that promotes health and well-being in all phases of life. We care about our patients, we care about providing quality health care services, and we care about our community. Chances are you know many of us because Mowry Clinic physicians live in Salina. We are coaches for youth sports teams and leaders for Boy Scouts and 4-H. We offer time, talent, and financial support to a variety of community events and charities. Our children attend school with your children. Our families attend worship services with your families. And we are proud to call Salina home. We have a vested interest in the success of this community, and we remain committed to an independent practice model that promotes our proud heritage and philosophy to provide quality medical care centered on the relationship between each patient and the physician of their choice. You have a choice for your medical care. Choose a doctor dedicated to the pursuit of excellence in healthcare services. Choose Mowry Clinic.
I am a certified nurse aide. I had stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma. I was a senior in nursing school and I was tired a lot, but I was a senior in nursing school. You don't get much sleep, so tired is expected, and cancer was nowhere on my radar. The worst part is probably the feeling of isolation. I had to stay home, and my friends didn't want to necessarily stay home with me. The texts and phone calls and even Facebook messages from some kind of stopped. The staff at Tammy Walker basically took me in like a family member. I've never felt alone there, and that's about the only place that I've never ever felt alone. Life now is good. I never have a bad day anymore because I know what it's like to have an actual bad day. I give a lot of credit for how I'm doing to Tammy Walker because they still support me even now.
The friendly staff at Salina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Clinic, located at 523 South Santa Fe, are always welcoming new patients to serve in the areas of sports medicine, total joint care, and more. You can contact the office at 785-823-7213 or toll free at 1-866-406-4141.